Nikola Motors has been in the news lately for fraud accusations and also a merger with General Motors. So, we're gonna take an in-depth look into what the is going on with Nikola. So first things first, what is Nikola Motors? For those who haven't heard, Nikola Motors is an American truck manufacturer that has released plenty of big rig concepts and prototypes, including the Nikola NZT, a utility task vehicle, the Nikola 1 and Nikola 2, which are hydrogen fuel cell electric trucks, the Nikola Tre, which is basically a rebadged electric version of the Iveco S-Way, and the Badger, which is certainly the prototype that has given the brand its most recognition. They have also been in the public eye lately for fraud accusations and for their GM partnership. So in this video, I'm going to summarize everything that's been going on with the company, and I'll try to answer the question, what the is going on with Nikola? Let's look into some history about Nikola and see what's up with it. The company was founded in 2014 by Trevor Milton in Salt Lake City. They got their name after the famous inventor Nikola Tesla. Yup, that's the same guy that Tesla, the car company, is based on, so I think that was a cheap shot, but whatever. Since 2016, they have revealed multiple zero-emissions vehicles, with plans to produce them in the future. In March of 2019, they acquired a 389-acre lot of land in Cool Ridge, Arizona. 1 month later, in April 2019, they had a Nikola World event to show off the Nikola 2 truck and the Nikola NZT, which is a utility task vehicle. A couple of months later, in September of 2019, Nikola announced a partnership with Iveco, the Italian industrial vehicle manufacturer, where they will build together an all-electric big rig called the Nikola Tre, based on the Iveco S-Way. In November of 2019, Anheuser-Busch, the parent company of Budweiser, completed a beer delivery using a Nikola hydrogen fuel cell truck, proving that Nikola's technology works and can be used for moving cargo. Sometime later, Nikola announced that they would start construction of the truck factory in 2020, with production kicking off in 2021, and they would have full production by 2023. On June 4th, 2020, Nikola went public after merging with a company called Vector IQ Acquisitions Corporation. 5 days later, on June 9th, Nikola shares had more than doubled. Stoked by that success, Nikola founder Trevor Milton tweeted that they would start taking orders for their Badger pickup truck on June 29th. By August 2020, the company was valued at $13 billion as investors continued to bet on the potential growth of renewable energy transportation. Now this is when the good part starts. On September 8, 2020, Nikola Motors announced a partnership with General Motors, where Nikola would get to use GM's plants to build the Badger pickup truck, and GM would get 11% share of the company. This announcement would boost Nikola's stock up by 50%. Everything was going nice and dandy for the US startup until 2 days later, on September 10, 2020, when Hindenburg Research released an article titled, Nikola, How to Parlay a Notion of Lies into a Partnership with the Largest Auto OEM in America. This article stated that we believe Nikola is an intricate fraud built in dozens of lies over the course of the founder and executive chairman Trevor Milton's career. Later, the article goes on to explain all of the lies that they uncovered, which range from saying that they had fully functioning prototypes when they clearly did not, to saying they made all of their parts in-house when they actually bought parts from other third-party manufacturers and then they covered them with tape. Nikola Automotive stock fell 36% by September 12th, 2 days later after Hindenburg Research released their article. Nikola released an official report called Nikola Sets the Record Straight on False and Misleading Short Seller Report, where they explain why the Hindenburg report was wrong, but it was too late, the damage had been done. The Nikola report mentions the current status of their vehicles and when they will be able to deliver them to the public. They also take the main accusations of the Hindenburg report and disprove them, but they don't have any evidence. They just mention what the report says, and then they state the following. These allegations by the short seller are false and misleading. and designed to manipulate the market to profit from a manufactured decline in Nikola's stock price. Oddly enough, that very quote is repeated over and over and over again. They don't have a specific reply for every single lie that was uncovered by the Hindenburg Report. That leads me to think that that's what they have to say for marketing reasons, and that actually those were lies and they just don't know how to cover them up. By September 15th, both the Department of Justice and the SEC had started independent fraud investigations on Nikola Motors. 1 week later, on September 21st, Trevor Milton, former CEO of Nikola Motors, announced he would be stepping down. Following his resignation, Nikola has doubled the price of some of their upcoming vehicles, and they also changed the official range of the Nikola NCT to half of the original published report. And this is pretty much where we are right now. Lots of stuff has happened in the past weeks, but we don't know for sure what's going to happen in Nikola. But things don't really look quite well for them. So, after all of this, we still haven't answered the question of what the f***'s up with Nikola. So there are basically two sides of the story. Nikola's side says that Hindenburg Research published the article to profit from Nikola's stock dropping, and the other side is that Nikola is actually up to their necks in lies, and it's only a matter of time before the bubble explodes and Nikola goes under. I would have to say that Nikola Motors was on a well-paved path to success, having partnered with Iveco and GM. But unfortunately, the way the founder ran the business wasn't ideal and got caught up with some lies, which ultimately led him to his resignation. The company is still partnered with Iveco and GM, so the future does not seem too shabby for them. If they do accomplish their goal of having a new plant ready by 2021, then they might be able to stay afloat for a little while. But in the end, they still have plenty of other issues to overcome, like where are the drivers going to get the hydrogen that they need to fuel their trucks? Frankly, I don't think they're going to make it because the odds just aren't in their favor. And I've seen lots of other electric car companies before them try and fail. But who knows, they might be able to power through and someday rival the likes of International, Volvo and Mercedes and some of the other big rig manufacturers. But for now, we can only wait and see what the future holds. And that wraps up today's video. Thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you like what you see. And share with your friends if you think they need a quick fix of automotive news. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.